Hey guys, my name is Shumkeshwar and today in this video we are talking about the top tech news which occurred in previous week, which was, I don't remember the date exactly, but yesterday was Sunday, 4th of April, and you can take a look at all of those dates and calendars and guess about the Monday's date. But we are talking about the Monday to 3rd April, and yes, that's exactly what we are talking about in this video. So yes, without any further ado, let's get started and talk about previous week's tech news. So the first and foremost news which you guys might be aware about is that the Xiaomi Mi 5 has actually launched here in India. So the company Xiaomi actually decided to launch the base model of the device, which was 32GB model with 3GB of RAM, and it placed that device at a price tag of 25,000, and that according to me is the worst part of this device because it is overpriced to such an extent that Indians surely don't give about this device already. But if you want to take a look at its specifications and more information about the device, I have a video regarding this device on my channel, and you can check that video out on this link on this card. So yes, just go check that video out if you are interested in buying the Xiaomi Mi 5. The second news coming in is that Samsung Galaxy J3, which is the 2016 model, has also launched here in India, and that is again a device from Samsung which they have tried to launch in a budget segment. So they have priced it aggressively on 8990, but if you take a look at the specifications, you would consider this phone not a very aggressive device because it has 1.5GB of RAM and it has a Snapdragon processor. I am not exactly sure about the pronunciation, but it is a new company and it is a pretty weak processor. It is also in the Micromax Spark 3, which is again a smartphone under the 5,000 category, and they have placed it in a phone with 9,000 rupees price tag. So again, thumbs down for Samsung for doing that. Along with that, you also have a 8MP camera at the back of this device and a 2600 mAh battery stuck inside. So again, the battery capacity is good, and that is again the only thing which I find nice about this device. So I don't think anyone would ever consider buying this device because if you put 1010 rupees more, you get the Redmi Note 3, and that is exactly the best phone you can get under a budget segment. So just wait for about 1 month or so, like collect 1010 rupees more, and this Redmi Note 3 is definitely a much better buy than the Samsung Galaxy J3. The Redmi 3 Pro has launched back in China, so the device has a huge lot of improvements over the Redmi 3, along with that diagonals being removed from the back. So I kind of hated those diagonals design at the back of the device, and as you can see in the pictures, they are removed and the fingerprint scanner and the back of the device looks pretty nice now. Along with that, we also have 5-inch HD display along with 3GB of RAM along with the Snapdragon 616 processor, if I am not mistaken. We also get 32GB of internal storage, which is expandable via microSD up to 128GB. And if this phone comes here in India, the price change from yen to Indian rupees is somewhere around 9,000 rupees. So if they manage to bring this device here in India, I don't think that anyone else would have to consider any shit device like the Samsung Galaxy J3. The next news is about the Reach Opulent smartphone, which is a smartphone which you get for about 3,599 rupees, and that too with good specifications. So this device has a Snapdragon processor, the same processor which is used in the Samsung Galaxy J3, along with 1GB of RAM, and along with that it also has 8GB of internal storage, which is expandable via microSD up to 32GB. It also has a 5MP rear camera and a 2MP front facing camera, and of course the rear camera has a flash for it. So if you don't have budget much more than 4,000 Indian rupees, just go for this device because it is the best buy in under this price segment. The next news is about the Xiaomi W909 smartphone, which Xiaomi has brought in to bring something different into the smartphone community. So they have this dual display technology along with that flip kind of design, which according to me is the ugliest looking smartphone of this 2016 era. I don't know, I feel like this device is actually ugly, and what makes it uglier is its dimensions. This device has 207 grams of weight to it, and along with that it is of again 11.6 or 7 millimeters thick. So it is more than a centimeter, 1.1 centimeter thick, and it's like a brick in your hand. So I don't know if anyone would ever consider buying this device, and getting this device for the price tag of 41,000 Indian rupees is again kind of insane of a news, and I don't think that anyone would be interested in buying this device at all. So the next news which we are taking a look at is the Huawei P9's leaked renders. So according to me, this device pretty much looks like the Nexus 6P, and why not? The Nexus 6P was again manufactured by Huawei itself, and if you're copying your own design style, it is not a bad thing, right? So I think that the Huawei P9 is going to be a really nice device if these leaks are correct, and according to me, this again is looking a really nice device. Talking about the specifications of the device, according to the leak renders, we have two Leica camera sensors at the back of the device, and again this is going to be a really big deal for Huawei P9 if it is actually supporting these two lenses, because it would make it a very good device according to the two lenses. So the next news is about the Asus Zenfone 3 leaked images. So as you can see over here, these are the leaked images about the Asus Zenfone 3, and according to these images, the volume button and the power button have moved to the side, but at the same time they also are showing some kind of an fingerprint scanner or some kind of a volume kind of a button at the back of the device again, and that is kind of a confusing thing. We are also seeing leaked images about the Zenfone 3 Deluxe Edition, and this is what it actually looks like. So the device has kind of a capacitive button right in front of the device, and that should serve as a fingerprint scanner for the device, and the power button is at the side, and I think that the volume button is again at the back only. So the final news for this week is that Samsung has actually announced that by the end of this year or by the early 2017, they would be releasing a smartphone cum tablets device. So how it is actually possible is because of the flexible display technology which they would actually be using in this device. So it would be quite interesting to see how Samsung actually initiates that device, and yes, we would pretty much get to know about it when till the end of this year or maybe the starting of the next year. So yes guys, with that said, we finally come to the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. If you have any query related to this video or any other query which is coming into your mind related to technology, you can just go into the comment section down below, and I would love to give you an answer, and if it would be possible, I would even make a video initiating your request. So yes, with that said, we finally come to the end of this video. Do share this video, and you can also contact me on social networking site. All links are in the description down below. And yes, with that said, we finally come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.